Hello, hello, hello. Hope that you guys are all having a wonderful day, and thanks in advance for tuning in to this part of our Talos Principle 2 playthrough. I hope that you've been enjoying the playthrough thus far. I certainly enjoyed our last part that we did. We have cleared puzzles 1 through 8 here in this area. And we went to the tower, made like a big discovery there. It shot this like green beam to the pyramid. So yeah, I guess now we have to figure out, go to another area and get like the red beam or the blue beam and see what happens. But before we go to that area, I've just been trying to, make sure that I've done and seen everything in this area that I can. There is that triangle puzzle that I still want to try out, but there's also like another question mark over in this area, and that was something really fun that we did at the end of our last section. We followed up on one of the question marks, and it led us to Pandora's statue, something like that. It was I think it was Pandora's something another. And there was like a green like input there, and it was like, oh boy, we gotta like pull this from one of our other puzzles. And luckily, like right before then, I had already seen like a green laser like kind of floating up in the air from another puzzle, and I'm like, that's a little suspect. So yeah, we just went over there and like kind of rerouted it to the green input, and then we got a shiny star. They don't look like the stars from, from the first game. They're just like actual, like beautiful, like stars. So that was pretty cool. I'm struggling to figure out where this question mark is exactly. Oh wait, I think we've already been to that. I think that's why it's lit up and blue, right? Yeah, because it says that's already played. So the blue hands we already have been to. Got it. Just wanted to make sure. Am I going the right way? I'm not sure. Seems like it's over here. Here. Okay, so not a Pandora something another. It's like a voice something another. Or all text, I guess, in this one. Founding. Hypatia's journal? Hypatia? The founding of New Jerusalem, day 1. We finally set out from the dam today. The site that Athena and Cornelius picked for the city isn't far, but the vegetation makes the going difficult. We found the secondary supply site easily enough thanks to Alexandra Drennan's instructions. But while I still have to compile a detailed inventory, it seems that many of the more complex materials are in bad shape. They must have expected the simulation to fulfill its purpose a lot sooner, but then they probably expected all 12 of us to be there from day 1, not just Athena. Tonight, we have to use the 2 recharging pods that we brought from the dam in 4-hour shifts, which is just as well. There's no telling what sort of critters are hiding in the undergrowth, and most of them will have to learn that our kind isn't edible. Oh boy. Crunchy. Baby steps. From the introduction to Are We There Yet?, Where We Came From, Where We're Going, and Why You'll Need Snacks by Valerie Contera Romero. Sometimes people point at the last few hundred or 1,000 years of human history and say, look at how ugly it all is. Look at what a mess we've made. Maybe modernity was a bad idea. Maybe we should stick to living like cavemen. And I get it. It is ugly and messy. But the mistake is thinking that where we are right now is the end point. That this is adulthood of the human species. I mean, try to apply what you know about human development to human history. Think about babies. Babies are ugly. Admit it. We all know it. They look like tiny old people covered in mucus. They have soft heads. They grow into children, tiny sociopaths with underdeveloped brains. And then they become teenagers, pimply, self-righteous lunatics driven by hormones. And then slowly, if you're lucky, they gradually become adults. The development of the human individual is always ugly and messy, but that's the point. It's development towards something. The same applies to humanity as a whole. On a geological scale, we've barely just come into existence. We've gotten through the baby phase, just about survived our childhood, but we're barely teenagers. Stopping here would be disastrous and a betrayal of everything that we could still become. We may feel the weight of history on our shoulders, but this is just the prologue. To put it in pop culture terms, we haven't even made it out of the tutorial yet. Just because it's all pimples and hormones and frustration right now doesn't mean it's ever going to change. It's never going to change. I like that. I think that's well written. And then Dead City. From Considerations of Beginnings and Endings by Elwyn, number 258. I think all the time Athena spent in the Dead City changed her. I don't think she had conceived of the goal before. I think she believed fully in the naively optimistic ideas of Alexander Drennan. But walking through those ruins is a visceral experience, and she spent a great deal of time there looking for resources. It's the sheer amount of death that gets to me. How many animals or ancestors killed, many to the point of extinction, entire species eradicated, sometimes for the most superficial reasons. Whenever humans arrived somewhere, death would follow. And then the great blowback, the deaths of billions of thinking beings, the extinction of humanity itself. It's too horrific to truly imagine, but I suspect the founder spent a great deal of time doing just that. That's when she must have realized that there was no way back to the growth-obsessed, all-consuming civilization of the past. All right. How you doing, buddy? All right? Hey, bud. My pup's just coming to say hello. I'll give you some attention soon. I will. He's a good boy. Why don't you, come lay up here? Do you wanna lay up here on the bed? You wanna lay? You can lay there. Sweet boy. Sweet boy. So I think at this point we have seen all of the nope, never mind. I was about to say, I think we've seen all the question marks at this point, but just look around the compass and nope, there's something else. I'm also seeing in this direction, it looks like a vial, but it's grayed out, so maybe I've already seen whatever that is. Honestly, not sure what that is. So we'll go over here. And then down here. Is it over here? Hopefully this isn't deep. I think it's all pretty shallow. Okay. Is this another?
Those monuments.
Can we send a signal here? Find my sprite and follow it until it leads you back to me. I do see like a thing, like a purpley blue beam here. Is that significant? It kind of seems like it would be. Find my sprite. And follow it until it leads you back to me. Okay, so it seems like it's going like in this direction. I don't see it anymore. This going over to like the entrance of the tower. Find my sprite. I have no idea what that could mean. And to silence my phone beforehand. There we go. I'm not sure. I was kind of expecting this was going to be like another beam one. It looks like it's like significantly pointing like towards the tower. Could it have been in the tower? And I like missed it in there? I mean, it didn't really look like there was anywhere to really look around in the tower. You just kind of went in, and the purple lady was there. Maybe I could go back? Oh no. Been puzzled by that. This might have to be something that we come back to as well. So like I said, I'm assuming that we'll be able to come back to this area. Is there, no, I was about to say, is there another question mark over there? No. Yeah. Okay. So, it's showing that there's a triangle over here. Is this a triangle that I've already been to? Do we have a map? I don't think I have a map. Another mystery to solve. The stars, yeah. Lifthrasser? Didn't we read something that was about this Lifthrasser? So 1K found a recording of Lifthrasser, and what an odd reading too. I know he's one of the first companions, but I don't actually know that much else about him. Don't think I've ever seen him around either. Can someone explain? Lifthrasser always had an unusual perspective, even in the very beginning. He traveled a lot, sometimes leaving for years. He built a kind of mobile recharging station, so he didn't need to come back to the city as often. Although it was quite risky, as the solar panels had a tendency to break rather quickly. But he had no problem taking risks if he felt they were necessary, and exploration was necessary to him. Same. Lifthrasser would record his thoughts as he explored and then publish them when he returned. Over the centuries, he accumulated a group of admirers, or disciples if you prefer. In the period of crisis surrounding Athena's disappearance, they left the city, headed into the unknown, and we haven't heard from them since. Wow. Okay. So yeah, I'm not sure if this is the triangle that I've previously been to, or if this is a... No, the one that we've already been to, I do see grayed out on our compass in that direction. So this is something that I have not, in fact, been to. It's just like confusing to my noggin, because like some stuff is like grayed out, but then other stuff is like colorful, and I'm like, wait a minute. So like, for instance, like the hands are like colorful on my compass, but I think those hands I have already been to. So yeah, I'm just confused. It's like, does color mean I need to go there, or is grayed out? Yeah. So yeah, this is the elevation one that I was struggling with before. And you know what? Now that we're going in here, I'm really glad that we're getting a hint. Is this a ladder? It's not a ladder, is it? Almost looked like a ladder for a second. But I'm glad that we went in there and heard that the name of this is elevation, because that's a huge clue on how this needs to be solved. I think. It's either like I need to put like a connector on top of that cube, or like I need to put like a connector or something like outside of here, like up. Is there any way to do that? I mean, I know there's a purple wall there that I couldn't get anything through, but just wondering if there's any way, like, any way up. Weird light there. You can't climb up the ivy, right? I tried. My robot body is heavy. I'm not seeing any way to, like, go upward from out here. I'm trying. Okay, so... So is there any other way to get some elevation, I guess? Alright, so the deal with this whole puzzle is I need to get this blue thing open, and we have a connector, not a converter. There is a blue thing right there. We have a converter there. Okay. And a green. Man, how did I do this? Okay, so there's red, there's green. Can't do that. What did I do with my, I had a converter, didn't I? Yeah, right here. Okay, but it's locked in here, that's the deal. Okay, so we have blue. But since that's a converter, that's not gonna work, right? No. Okay, well, what I could maybe do is take that red and this blue, turn it into green. Would that not work? I've got these flipped. This is a connector. So yeah, that's not working. But what I can do is do this and that and this. Okay, so that's open now. Then maybe this is where the elevation comes into play. I need to like elevate this so it doesn't cross the blue beam. So we can get you, and then keep that open that way. Now I don't need that. Awesome. So blue is going to there now. I just need to get blue there. So that could be doable. Possibly. Maybe. Oh boy. Alright, so now blue is staying open that way. And I can remove you. Are we onto something, friends? Might need to move that blue. Oh, because I don't think it's in the good spot right now. I've got it like too far back. Okay, so we're gonna do that, this, and you. And now I should be able to move you. Oh, you know what? I was like, I've got this in a bad spot. I really don't know if I can have it. Well, we can have it a bit forward. We can do that. We can do that. But where? Well, that's gonna overlap. I don't have that on a converter. Alright. Or I don't have that on a cube. Okay, let's do that again. And then I'm going to take you, get you. Need to do some finagling, but I think we've kind of got this. Alright, so now should be able to get you, you. And now take this and get you. Oh, but I've got the converter right now. I need the other one, don't I? I need the connector. We're so close right now. How I can do this. Boop, 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 boop. I need the cube. Oh no, I screwed it up. Oh, I stood in front of the laser for too long. Heck. Okay, all right, just give me a moment here. We'll get this. Oh, all right, so boop, boop, boop. And then, do boop, boop, boop. And then we'll do boop, boop, boop. Don't stand in front of the laser for too long. We'll take this. You. Get you, you, and you. And now, this. And then, here we go. Oh, I'm so glad, like, I left before becoming smarter. Return to a puzzle for a second attempt. I love that they have an achievement for that.
All the puzzles in this area, but nothing happened. There was a blip in the system, though.
Oh.
Maybe it'll do something later. There has to be some sort of point.
But yeah, I'm really glad that we left the first time, and I was like, okay, I just need to come back to this because coming back to that now seemed just so much more simple. It was like a lot of like steps to it, like, okay, take this off the platform or take this off the cube and then put it on the cube and all of that. So trying to keep that all straight in my head was a bit difficult, but finally got there. I want to say, like, maybe the only thing we haven't done here is maybe, like, the gate. You know, the golden gate that we found? But maybe you can only do that once you do, like, everything here. And I know the only thing, well, the only thing I can think of that I haven't done here is the where it was talking about the sprite. I don't know. Not quite sure about that one. I do want to solve that one, but I think we might need to come back to it. And I'm assuming that you'll be able to come back to it because we're like on a transport system, and I'm assuming we'll just have to like choose where we want to go. That's my thinking, at least. So yeah, we're gonna go to the transport system and see what that's all about. Yeah, I don't know what they're talking about with a sprite, but my thinking is maybe if like another area has like a similar thing with a sprite, then I'll be like, oh, this is how you do it, and then we can come back here, kind of like, you know, what we just did with the whole the triangle thing. Yeah. Alrighty. So we are currently at the Wooded Plateau East 2, and we are going to, oh wait, no. We're currently at the Grasslands Ring East 1. We're going to Wooded Plateau East 2. So yeah, when I look on here, it says 8 out of 8 on the main puzzles, 2 of 2 on Lost, 0 out of 1 on Golden Puzzle, 1 of 1 of Lost Labs, and then 1 of 2 on the Stars. So the sprite thing is a star thing. Okay, all right. Now let's go here. It does look like we should be able to come back, which is reassuring.
Everybody, I'm sure you're all excited to check out the next site. But while you're there, remember that I'm still trying to fix the rest of the transport system. Maybe there's another one of those labs that Wonka found. If there is, look for more documentation, please.
Oh boy. Another really, really enormous structure. My gosh. I'm just like trying to think of, you know, the people who would have built this. Wow. Okay, so pretty much same deal. We've got 8 puzzles, we got a gate, we got a, you know, one of those, and then 2 triangles and probably some stars as well. Okay, so to one. I wonder if we can talk to any of our companions anymore. I think it's Byron over here. Yeah, Byron has something to say. Hey, Byron.
How can I help you?
What do you make of the Sphinx?
I don't know what she is, ontologically speaking, but those questions she asked reinforce my belief that we're being tested, or perhaps analyzed.
I guess that's all. See you later, buddy. Alright, so... 1. Is it in direction? Is it right here? Are you 1? You are 1. Okay. Quantum tunneling. Still not the quantum entanglement. A driller? I thought that maybe like the converters were going to be like the only new like tool in this game. What the heck does a driller do? What are you? I have no idea what you are. I didn't miss a lesson, did I? I do see like that metal like door. Can you drill the door? Oh. Oh, is this Portal now? Are we playing Portal? Can I go through? I mean, I guess I really don't need to go through. I can just do this. All right. And then this one, we can like drill through here. Okay. I miss something. Because we've got these new things here, and I just have no idea how to use them. Like, I've figured out that we can make holes. But, like, how does that benefit me? Because I need 2 things over here. Like, I want to say when we went to the I want to say when we went to like the first area, there were like some like caves that we went in where it kind of like taught us like, oh, this is like how you do the how you like do the puzzles and use the tools and stuff. And that's how we like learned how to use the converter, I think. But how? Would they be like maybe one of the question marks possibly? I just feel incredibly confused right now. Do you see like a potentially close by question mark? Well, that looks cool. I don't know if this is the one that I was originally going for, but... Man, these landscapes are so cool. Alright, so we have a triangle puzzle here. I don't know what's in there, but I'm probably not ready for it. Whatever it is. Is it a new message in Lift Thrasser? Oh, maybe there was a... Maybe I could reply and I just never did. Is the recording I found one of those he published back in the day? No, not as far as I can tell. Perhaps it's something he decided to shelve, or something he only shared with close friends like Athena. Thank you, that was informative. Thank you indeed. Lift Thrasser. This is Lift Thrasser 2. Electric Boogaloo.
While exploring the forest, I came across a sight of primal force. A beautiful stag, standing on a hill silhouetted against the setting sun. It appeared like a messenger from some divine natural power.
Where are you going, dear?
From Gaia herself. Even to a being such as myself, less susceptible to manipulation by instincts and hormones, it was clearly a moment of revelation.
I was wondering if it was going to lead me somewhere.
We are told to avert our eyes.
We might just be going in circles.
What will we discover if we look more closely?
This poor deer, I'm just like, it's like, why are you tormenting me?
What would it have to offer? The answer is none.
I think we've gone in a circle at this point.
The stag is an animal of overwhelming stupidity, driven only by fear, hunger, and lust. There is no abyss for us to plunge.
I guess that wasn't a stag, that was like a doe, wasn't it?
Rather, the revelation is as flat and unreal as the plywood walls of a film set.
So these monuments represent each of the entities. Pandora, the Sphinx, and Prometheus.
Makes sense, I guess.
For a given value of sense.
2478. Those are indeed numbers. Is that the puzzle? Is that all I get? What? Alright, well these are numbers of like these puzzles. Would it be like maybe something in between like in between the 2, the 4, the 7, and the 8 puzzle? Otherwise, I'm not really thinking of anything that could be. Huh. Hey. Got some question marks over here. I'm digging this music. The New Theology. From The New Theology by George Bernard Shaw. The object of the whole evolutionary process is to realize God, that is to say, instead of the old notion that creation began with a God, a personal being who, being perfect, created something lower than himself, The aim of the new theology is to turn that process the other way, and to conceive of the force being the universe is working up through imperfection and mistake to a perfect organized being having the power of fulfilling its highest purposes. In a sense, there is no God as yet achieved, but there is that force at work making God, struggling through us, becoming an actual organized existence, enjoying what to many of us is the greatest conceivable ecstasy, the ecstasy of a brain and intelligence, actually conscious of the whole, and with executive force capable of guiding it to the perfectly benevolent and harmonious end. That is what we are working to. Niam, I know I've seen that name before. From Lives of the First Companions by Randolph777. Seen that name too. After these events, Niam decided to consult the writings of the ancients, but while philosophy and religion interest her, it was art in all its forms that came as the revelation. To her delight, she discovered that meaning was not something constructed purely out of logic or will, but that it could also be found in stories. That even when the characters and events of a story were not factual, they had a validity and weight as if they somehow were real after all. She was astonished that such a profound experience was freely available to all humans, but concerned that too few took advantage of it. So she set out to enrich the inner lives of the fellow citizens by promoting the arts, starting with the legacy of Gehenna. Failed to load profile. Niam sounds nice. Would love to meet her one day. She must know more about the New Jerusalem art history than anyone. Failed to upload profile. When we do, remind me to explain how to pronounce her name. The default settings in this language library are wrong. Now I want to know. I've been probably saying it wrong this entire time. Leviathan. From the introduction of Leviathan by Thomas Hobbes. Nature, the art whereby God has made and governs the world, is the art of man, as in many other things, so is this also imitated, that it can make an artificial animal. For seeing life is but a motion of the limbs, the beginning whereof is in some principal part within. Why may we not say that all automata, engines that move themselves by springs and wheels, as does a watch, have an artificial life? For what is the heart but a spring, and the nerves but so many strings, and the joints but so many wheels, giving motion to the body, such as was intended by the artificer? Art goes yet further, imitating the rational and most excellent work of nature, man. For by art is created the great Leviathan called a commonwealth, or state, in Latin civitas, which is but an artificial man, though of greater stature and strength than the natural, for whose protection and defense it was intended, and in which the sovereignty is an artificial soul, as giving life and motion to the whole. Lastly, the pacts and covenants, by which the parts of this body political were at first made, set together and united, resemble that fiat of the "let us make man" pronounced by God in the creation. It's obvious that Hobbes has read Stratton and is extrapolating the Talos principle to the level of the states, but unlike Stratton, all he wishes for the end of the day is a powerful ruler to control this machine, to tell him what to do. Like some of these articles, like this one, it's like I get the basic premise of what they're saying sometimes, but like some of them, it's like, man, they are like tough reads, and I think some of that could be like the age of like the text and kind of how they spoke back then. And it's just like sometimes just like okay, I know you're saying words right now, but what are what are these words? All right, so we have another Pandora thing here with a green entry point there. Okay, all right. So we'll just kind of have to keep that in the back of our minds, and I'm going to go over here and say hi to Alcatraz.
What can I do for you, 1K?
What do you make of the Sphinx?
Whatever that being is, it told us that we stand before the fire. That can only be a warning, and I think we should take it seriously. We don't want another New Alexandria.
That's fair. Alright, see ya, Al. Alright, so we have number 7 here. There's another question mark in this direction. But man, I'm feeling confused about... the whole driller thing. That's confusing my noggin.
Hey, 1K, how can I help you?
Nice to see you, Coot. What do you think of the what do you think the towers are for?
Maybe they're for powering up the megastructure? Or maybe they just open it, like keys. Why? No idea. But aren't they gorgeous?
They
Just
are.
incredible feats of engineering.
I feel like Yakut and I, we would be good buddies. Because that's like the first thing they said that when we stepped off. I agree, they're beautiful. They're just big. What a waste of material. I'm not sure how I feel about them. I agree, they're beautiful.
I don't know who built this place, but whoever they were, they must have had a purpose. Making something so beautiful feels like a statement of intent.
That's all. See you later. Okay, so question mark over here. Yeah, I was kind of hoping we would come across... Oh, this is the next triangle. Okay. I was kind of hoping we would come across maybe like one of those caves that would be like, you know, kind of teach us how to do something, but I'm not finding anything like that. So I'm a bit confused on the whole drill thing and what I need to do there. But maybe I just need to go back into 1 and play around with it some more. I want to say that I see another question mark over in this direction. I thought I saw it from... Yeah, yep. It was like kind of hidden behind the transport hub, whatever you call it. And I think this might be the last question mark here. Oh. Hello. Majestic thing, you. Oh, wow. World spirit. What is it that drives historical processes? It's easy to dismiss the idea of the great man, or the great woman for that matter, which clearly so much is determined by resource distribution, pre-existing political structures, and the randomness of the universe itself. But is there no place at all for the individual in all this? Are there not moments when, in Hegelian fashion, an individual may represent the world spirit itself? Was Napoleon history on horseback or not? Or is that itself another form of determinism? 358. From Augustus to Napoleon, from Lincoln to Lenin, there are individuals whose actions seem to drive rather than merely be driven by history. They make bold choices for good or ill that transform entire societies, or do they? We like to blame them for their failures, but are they not ultimately just the expression of a historical moment? But if they are, where is the space for human agency? It sometimes seems to me that all human history has been that one struggle to carve out a space for free choice against the tides of history, and heroes and tyrants, pick and choose examples as you will, are both equally a reflection of that. Our greater goal then ought to be to extend that freedom to the maximum number of people, to become captains of our own fate, as much as that is possible in this universe. Founding 2. This is one of Hypatia's journals again. Day 14. Melanthus and Yemo went back to the dam to get more charging equipment. They've not returned yet, which means that we're stretched a little thin since we're still posting guards at all times. But those large herbivores haven't come back yet, and at any rate, Eustathius assures us that they're non-aggressive, but it's better not to take any chances. Not when there's so few of us and so many of them. Athena and Cornelius and Eustathius spend most of their time drawing up plans and arguing, in a friendly manner, but arguing still. The rest of us are managing to tune them out pretty well. It's like background noise after a while. We have started construction on the first habitat. It's going to be a temporary structure for now, but we'll all be glad to get out of the rain. And then Trevor too.
So, what are you doing here, Trevor? Why are you trying to save the world? Well, look, I think humanity is awesome. I love humanity. As a species, we're great. I mean, our track record is pretty mixed, but have you seen everyone else? I mean, what did you do today, animal? Oh, I ate some leaves, sniffed my own butt, crapped myself, and went extinct. Or, you know, I tore this other animal limb from limb, sniffed my friend's butt, crapped myself, and went extinct. They really don't do anything interesting. I mean, you don't see animals directing Big Trouble in Little China. Birds can go tweet, tweet, but it ain't exactly the White Album. I mean, they can't even make a good cheeseburger, for Christ's sakes. They have no art, no cuisine, no pleasure. Animals are nice to look at, but you wouldn't want to be one. Except maybe a cat. I could be a cat.
Back to my old friend the driller. Gosh, I wish I understood this. It just seems like we're making like holes in the metal that you could maybe like, I was thinking you could shine like a laser through, but we don't have any connectors or converters or like even like a power source for that matter. Yeah, I'm not understanding what to do here. And like I don't know if I don't know if another puzzle will like teach me how to do something. It's almost like I feel like I'm missing something obvious here, since it doesn't seem like there's like a tutorial for these guys. I can't take them out. You can put the driller through the... Oh, that's what it is. Okay. You can put the driller... You can grab it, like... You can put it through the hole. Put it through the hole. Okay. Got it. So, then I should be able to get this one out. Yes. And now we have two. I'm so confused. Now, if I take you and then make a hole there, and then we can put this one a little bit closer, and grab you through. Okay, all right. We eventually got there. Just took a minute. But I am curious, like if I did miss like some kind of like tutorial area for that, or was this supposed to be kind of the tutorial?
Structures are not strictly
Just kind of playing around with it yourself.
There's a sense of aesthetics, of beauty here. This place might be meant to test us somehow, but perhaps there's more to it than that.
So we're heading to number 2. So pretty. Alright. Mutual aid. So we have a red power source. A jammer. Oh, you beautiful thing, you. We have a red input. We have our new friend, the driller. Can the driller, like, drill, like, these? No, it doesn't seem like it. Just thought I'd try. Alright, so you can drill something. Can also drill that. Ooh, oh, that's so cool. Okay, alright. So I don't need this. We're going to, jam you. And I'm just gonna let you chill out there. Gonna jam you. And need to jam that. Alright. Well, let's can I grab the jammer from here? I can. Okay, so boop. And oh, I need one of my things, don't I? Oh, okay. So let's go back. Let's unjam you, grab you, get you, jam this, grab the driller, and then boop. Okay, all right. Got it. Beautiful.
I keep thinking, why puzzles? Is it just their symbolic value because of our history? Because if all this is meant to be a security system like one case suggested, why would you build a security system that can just be solved? But if this is about testing us, what are we being tested for? It can't just be about spatial reasoning.
Our curiosity? Our persistence?
You're assuming that this place follows a coherent logic. My impression is that it's full of contradictions.
Ooh, would you looky at that connector there? What are you doing, little connector? Where are you going? Alright, I know I was going to 3, but I really want to know what this connects to. Let's go over this way and try follow the thing. Where are you going? Up there? Oh boy. Alright. And then what? And then it goes this way. Gosh, this goes across the freaking map. Lord. I was like, oh, this will just be like a short little excursion here. No. But to be fair, if I want to know like what to connect that connector to, I kind of need to know. Oh. So they're just, it's two unconnected connectors. So I need to connect something to this one too. Oh boy. That's gotta be tied to something. Like the triangle rooms, maybe? It does seem like there might be a triangle like right over there. All right, okay. So yeah, I'll just try to keep that in the back of my head. It's kind of near, one of the ends of it is near 8 at least. Oh, and there's also another question mark over here that I haven't apparently been to. Wow. So much to explore. I need to go back to, I think it was 3. Apparently I'm on a question mark right now. Like right here. The trees? Now, what is that question mark for? That's leading me right here. I have no idea. All right. Well, trying to focus. Let's go back to 3. So many questions. So little time. And considering how many worlds it looks like this might have, so it looked like when we were on the transporter, there are a bunch of different areas that we've got to unlock. We gotta hustle and make some progress. All right, back to 3. So this one is back up. We have our new friend, the driller. That can do something. Enable us to get a connector. Okay. Can we get anything from this driller? No. Okay. But we could maybe... I was about to say we could maybe, like, connect. Yeah, we can connect. So we can get another connector. And if I keep that open, then what can that do for me? So we've got a few connectors at this point, but not a whole lot of converter, right? Get this driller again. Alright, so if I drill that, I guess I really don't have to have it that close. If I drill that, then we can get the blue and the blue. Open up you, and here's our converter. That's what I need. Okay, so, we need this to be green. So, if I, all that stuff. Phew, excuse me. I can get this blue from there, so we don't have to have that open. But I do need to get this open, at least temporarily, so that we can get this red. It seems like at least one of these needs to kind of like go around. So maybe I could grab this and we will put you where? Can I connect both of these? It seems like it's connecting. Okay, all right. I don't know if that should really work, but it seems like it's working. So then we'll open that up and grab the red and I can make this easier on myself. I think. Grab that red and... Or will we? Inverter. Blue. Okay. Something's like making me question. I'm like, was that the way to solve it? But we got it. Alright, so moving on to number 4, my lord. Oh, did it just say we have a new notification? Oh, from good old Doge. Connecting you to a friend. How much do you want to bet it's not a friend? I've relayed your response to my friends, and they have reached a certain conclusion regarding your character. Would you like to hear them? Oh boy, go for it. Now, you're new, so let me fill you in. Your arrival marks the moment of New Jerusalem's maturity, and there are differences of opinion about what it ought to become. Naturally, there are people working quietly behind the scenes in an advisory capacity, trying guide our city to prosperity. People who know things which would only scare or confuse the average citizen. I have 5 such friends who expressed to me their interest in getting to know you. Who are these people? I can't tell you their names, but I can tell you a little about them. The first is an engineer by trade, tends to see world as a puzzle to be solved. The second is a scholar of some repute, thinks the big questions have answers in our code. The third is, well, it's hard to pin down, a practitioner, let's say, of the esoteric arts. Fourth is a member of the political establishment. And the fifth, well, the less I say about them, the better for everyone. So, is there someone you think would make a good match? Tends to see the world as a puzzle to be solved. Thinks the big questions have answers in our code. A practitioner, let's say, of the esoteric arts. Like, these are all just, like, so vague. I'd rather just hear which is most interested in me. Like, the fifth one especially. It's like, we know nothing about them. Your answers to my questions and our observations of your behavior elsewhere has given us a massive amount of data. It's clear there's only one person that I should put you in touch with. You've shown compassion for your fellow humans and open-mindedness to the point that your brains might fall out. Your support would mean a great deal to my esoteric friend. They won't be pinned down on how New Jerusalem should grow, except to say that it shouldn't be pinned down. On that, they're absolutes. Are you happy for me to put you in touch? Sure. Okay, I'll send an introduction in due course. Get involved behind the scenes is the achievement that I just got. Or not what it seems is the name of it. Well, now I'm even more curious. Okay, all right. Found on a Sphinx monument in the wooden plateau. Taking a reference photo in case I want to figure this out later. I'm so glad that it had the sense to do that. Thank you, game. So yeah, I was a bit confuzzled about that one. So we're gonna go to number 4, placement. Right? What's the deal with placement? Oh, okay, alright. You're so closed in, little guy. So we have a fan. Okay. We have a driller. But I can't grab anything, like, right now. Alright. What else do we have? Oh, we have another place that I can do some drilling over here, where I think we can actually grab a connector. So let's take you... Ooh, hello. Over... This place is a maze. Here, and then I'm gonna grab you. Okay. So then, I think we can maybe take the driller back to where we had it. And now I need to figure out what to do with you. So, we have a blue power source there. Oh, I can put the connector in here. Oh, okay. All right, that's interesting. What even? How do? Oh. Oh. Oh, well, that's interesting. I was like wondering how to even open this. I was kind of expecting the whole time that we were gonna find a jammer. But no. We have to do something that is not that. we have to do like that. Okay. All right. You know, I might need this for a moment. Can't drill it from here though, so. I'm gonna need that on there. We need that and this connected. But I also need you back. I can drill and grab it through on the other side. Can't take driller through its own hole. Oh, I mean, I guess that makes sense, but it's just sucky. So what in the world? I don't think there's any other parts in this one. How can I... How? Just how? I need to get through here, right? Maybe? What I do need is to turn on that fan, which I did not do before. Alright, so here's the situation. That door over there is open now, but I'm over here. And I can't get over there without screwing this up. Oh, wow. Right? Oh, I just screwed that up, yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Maybe we don't need the box. I mean, at least for that. Okay, new idea. We're going to jam you like that, and then I'm gonna take you, connect you, and you. And I'm going to go up here, jump there, and disconnect. Oh, it's not high enough. Oh, wait, hang on. Still not high enough. Oh, I thought I was onto something. I was like, maybe we don't need the box, but I think we do need the box, so it's a little bit higher up. Hang on. I think I know now. And this is what I think. Yeah, I think I've already screwed up. Can I get this back? Guys, I think I might have really screwed up. Because the beam is... Alright, I can go back up here and grab you. How? Would it help if I, like, put it there instead? Would that be, like, a better angle? Possibly? It's just like barely too high. Do I need the cube now? It looks like it's still connected, but it's just in a place where it's not working. But maybe if I... something. I can turn that on while standing on it, so that's something. Try that again. Am I overcomplicating this? I kind of am feeling like I'm overcomplicating this. I don't know what I did to get unstuck out of the hole and get everything that I need, but apparently it was that simple. Oh boy. I was just sitting for a second, I'm like, do I really need to put these on here? Can't this just go? Yeah.
The simulation puzzles, like the ones in the museum.
Wasn't there an artist who did an exhibition a few years ago that involved new puzzles of some kind?
That was Barzai. It was called Trials of an Imagined Past. I tried to get you to come along. You thought it would be boring.
Were they similar?
No, not at all.
Was it boring?
I thought it was interesting.
All right, friends, so we have cleared numbers 1 through 4 here on this new map. We still got 5 through 8, some triangles, some stars, still a lot to go. But we are going to have to wrap up this episode, and we will save the rest, hopefully the rest, for next time. See you guys in the next episode.